Today I'm going to show you all the meal mistakes I made on the first year of my AIP journey. Let's talk about it. Hey health heroes, welcome back to Adamimmune, the channel about helping you improve your health naturally. And today I want to take a look back. I want to kind of go down this nostalgia road and look at my first AIP meals. So I made a Thai chicken soup. I don't know why the ingredients are listed there, but I do remember this being super delicious. I was using like lime a lot back then, making a Thai kind of coconut milk kind of thing. Lime, turns out I can't have it all. These citrus fruits are high in histamines, so that was causing me anxiety. So I was having different kind of flares, mental flares from that. Let's look at, then I made this KC strip and sweet potatoes with blackberry beer sauce. Obviously, I made the sauce with beer, okay? I don't put beer in it unless there's beer in the sauce. Anyway, it was really good. However, yeah, that beer's a no-go, obviously. Other than that, it's pretty good. Other than the chives being just totally raw, I know now that I can't have chives or really onions. I mean, if I'm going to have onions, they got to be really, really cooked. And even then, only a small amount. Here, another obvious one. I had this Japanese plum wine, and yeah, really good. However, it's alcohol, and yeah, I definitely flared to this. I was still flaring, I mean, big time back then. Huge results instantly after a couple weeks, but still, you know, it wasn't perfect. Like I said, it took me like a year to find remission, and probably I probably didn't even go strict AIP till like I want to say 6 months into it. But these meals do look pretty good. I was proud of it. I'm not a very good photographer though, so admittedly these photos are terrible. Keto pumpkin pancakes and coconut milk. I didn't even realize that I was playing with keto back then. I probably just called it keto because I think I made these with bananas and egg. I think this was just like 2 ingredient pancakes or something like that. So I don't know how keto they actually were. And that coconut milk, I'm pretty sure it wasn't like AIP coconut milk. I'm pretty sure it had like, you know, I don't know, guar gum or different stuff in it. The one I get now is from in the international aisle of Walmart, and it is kind of expensive, but worth it. Then I had, I was so proud of this at the time, strawberry and chicken spinach salad. I was like, oh, I'm putting fruit on my salad. I'm healthy, right? Some lean chicken and all that on spinach. I mean, pretty simple. Probably some olive oil on it and sea salt. Not bad, honestly. Not bad. I would actually eat this today. Eggs. I think I'm pretty much straight up allergic to eggs. I just can't eat them. Duck eggs I can tolerate better, but yeah, regular eggs are no for me. So I was still kind of paleo-ish AIP at the time. With the cauliflower puree, boy, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm starting to feel really old, guys. Cauliflower puree, I have loved that from the beginning. Again, I couldn't have the potatoes, so regular potatoes, so I was trying to make alternatives and substitutes. I was playing around. And again, here's another one of my weird concoctions. Kale and grass-fed beef soup, surprisingly good. That would be surprising. I do remember taking a lot of different vegetables and like steaming them or blending and making sauces with all kinds of different stuff. Because I didn't like to just straight up eat my fibrous vegetables. I still really don't. But yeah, I still love to make sauces. Tilapia on a salad with some steamed veg on the side. It's okay. Tilapia is kind of a dirty fish. A lot of people don't recommend you eat it. But, you know, it's pretty lean, though. So, you know, if you get it from a decent source, it's probably fine once in a while. But it's certainly not the fish I would recommend. Definitely salmon. There's better other fish. I got to show this. I got to show these huge mistakes here. Hellboy, I'm a big comic book fan, and Hellboy was my favorite back then. And, yeah, because why not? I mean, I never actually drank this. I just want to say this was just for... I bought this for myself as a birthday present. And this went on the shelf until I finally gave it away to somebody. I guess I just didn't want it in the house. It was too much of a temptation. I was drinking at the time though, coconut rum or something, probably. Pineapple and coconut cream kale salad. Had worse. I've had worse. That's my rating. I've had worse. Well, kale, yeah, okay. Coconut cream, yeah. Again, this is the coconut cream with like the emulsifiers, the seed stuff, not good. And the pineapple, probably it was canned pineapple. So again, I don't know where you get canned pineapple without all this, you know, sugar and sweet, whatever. It was in its own juice, I'm sure, but yeah, no big. I mean, this is definitely not something I would eat today. I mean, where's the meat? I mean, come on. Anyway, today I would never eat a salad without meat. I mean, that's just a personal preference, I guess. I like meat. Oh, here we go. The Norm grass-fed beef, sweet potato, mushroom, and broccoli stir-fry. This is actually pretty good. Oh, and at the time, my weight loss was 110 pounds. Okay, pretty good. Yeah, you can. This was proof to me that you could fry your food and still lose weight. So I was frying everything, and I'm pretty sure it was olive oil back then. I don't think yeah, back in the before time, I don't even think I used butter back then. So nowadays, I would do that because I've reintroduced. It's funny that like we all go through these phases of health. Like, oh, look at this. This was a staple food. Okay, this is comfort food. Yeah, this is I still do this today. In fact, I just went to the grocery store and I bought some beef, sweet potato, and avocado. So I'm probably going to do this today. Like, this has been my staple for like 4 years now. Pretty simple, easy, delicious. At the time I was taking the sweet potato and I was like, yeah, I would like microwave it or whatever for a few minutes, but then I would like fry it in the pan, get it kind of crispy. It gives it this whole new other flavor to it, delicious. You know what? I'm not really recommending however you do it, just do it the way you want. But like if you're on this journey long enough, you're just gonna learn this stuff, guys. It helps being passionate like I am, but I've never lost my passion. Like I love eating healthy, and I'm like a bloodhound when it comes to inflammation. But again, I started out like this, and a lot of people do, and I've made mistakes. Cauliflower bone broth soup. That sounds really good. I know there's coconut milk in there and probably apple cider vinegar because I've been using apple cider vinegar since the very beginning. I haven't used it lately, but for like 4 straight years, I used it like every single day. So keep that in mind. It was always the one with the mother, raw, that good stuff. That was actually a pretty good meal. I don't remember, well, bone broth, so it has animal source in there, but, I think it'd be better with some meat, flavor-wise. Coconut and spinach soup with keto croutons. Spinach, okay, so at the time I was having a lot of greens. I was having them in one form or another, right? Coconut and spinach soup. Yeah, okay. It looks pretty good. Now, the keto croutons, again, with the keto, but I was using egg back then, so I was mixing it with like coconut flour, and I was trying to make like I was trying to make these cakes or muffins or some sort of bread. At the time, I was like, I gotta have bread, right? And I don't know why I'm saying croutons, because it's not like they were crispy or crunchy or anything, but I'm sure I tried, right? I mean, overall, not bad. I mean, this is pretty good. This is pretty anti-inflammatory, but beef and spinach, and I added coconut butter, which I made for the first time today. It's good on everything. Wow, I can't believe I made coconut butter way back then. I made coconut butter way back then? Wow, I really do feel old. And why the heck would I put it on beef and spinach? Even today, like this blows my mind. But I mean, it does have this like nutty flavor to it, so that would be good on a salad. That's not a bad idea. I do remember making toasted coconut butter, and that I have put that on a salad, sort of like a Thai salad, Thai dressing with that, coconut milk and different things, and oil. So yeah, I have made a Thai kind of peanut buttery sauce, pretty good. I don't know. I'm getting inspired by myself, I guess. Okay, so I was trying to, at the time I was like, I gotta eat less. And I still recommend that. I go in and out of this like preparing my meals. But if you want to meal prep, that's probably one of the best ways to lose weight. So this is when I was going back to work, and yeah, pumpkin bar with coconut butter icing for lunch and dessert. I was putting coconut butter on everything apparently. That pumpkin bar, I do remember, was super delicious. I'm pretty sure I was using egg off and on. I was playing with it. I also used gelatin and everything, like, that I was baking or whatever. And when I say baking, I was usually making these in like the microwave, okay? Keep that in mind. I was like making them, serving at a time. Like, I'm not cooking a whole sheet. I would eat the whole thing. Whatever that is on the left looks super gross though. I think it's like spinach and I don't know, probably turkey and broccoli and different things kind of mixed together. Let's call it a casserole, I guess. It's okay, but again, I can't really do pumpkin anymore. I figured out that it's gourds in general and squashes and different things are high in lectins, which I can't have. I know that. So I would not flare unless I ate like a decent amount of it. So if I ate a small amount, I'd be okay, but if I ate like half a can of pumpkin, I'd have problems. This is so beautiful. When God literally shines his light on your dinner. Hashtag food art. Yeah, that's great, Adam. That's great. And I had 7 likes on that. Thank you. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. But yeah, this was actually really cool. I had a bunch of photos like this. It looked like a little angel on my food, and it was like moving around. I don't know. 7 days of eating a whole bag of spinach. Feeling great, but good. Feeling green, but good. Feeling green. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I do remember doing this. Gosh, I know I did more than 7 days. I was doing this for months at a time. I was eating that. Just so many steamed spinach. I was getting it from Walmart, and it's easy. And yeah, I mean, obviously this is the kind of thing that helped me lose weight. Like, if you eat a whole bag of spinach, it's going to be filling. A lot of people shouldn't do that. I can still kind of do that. Here we go. Chicken, sweet potato, and kale. This actually looks like a pretty decent meal. I would eat this today. Looks alright. I don't know how I cooked the spinach, but looks a little raw for my taste these days. Beef wrap with cucumbers and homemade horseradish mayo. Yeah, so I was eating horseradish. I bought horseradish powder from Amazon or whatever, and I mixed it with God knows what. And yeah, horseradish I can't really do. I think it's a lectin thing. Horseradish is AIP compliant technically, but yeah, too much of it, it's like it really gets my gut, so I will flare to it. Maybe in small amounts. Like, again, me, I don't usually do anything in small amounts. That's why I'm like a black and white kind of guy. Like, I just don't eat it if I can't handle it. But yeah, again, I was eating the seeds of the cucumbers back then, which is even higher in lectins. So if I'd eat a little bit of cucumber without the seeds, I'd probably been alright. But with the seeds, definitely a flare. So live and learn. Although, other than that, looks like a delicious meal. I would definitely eat that today. I can't remember what was in the sauce, but I'm sure some stuff not good. I don't know, though. Lunch, beef and kale on a cauliflower puree with a pumpkin honey cinnamon keto muffin. Yeah, pumpkin, honey, and coconut flour and all these other stuff, and it was, I don't know, I guess it's small enough it could have been keto, I don't know. But then you have your avocado and beef and kale and cauliflower puree. I do remember, everything I see, I can taste it in my head, you know, like it was good. Like, this kind of thing that people are like, ew, I don't want to eat healthy, but like, I enjoy eating this way. So I don't eat those muffins anymore. I don't really do honey anymore. I can do small amounts of honey. I just don't usually, but let's say it's a treat. I still do cauliflower puree though. And that is that's when I first got my camera. Super stoked. The new equipment just arrived. Yeah, and then I immediately started posting videos, I guess. Catfish. I don't recommend catfish. It's another one of those dirty fish. I think I have some family that like fishes for it, so I will get it occasionally. Sometimes I'll give it away. Sweet potatoes, and looks like, I don't know, looks like kale in the background there, or actually it looks like collard greens and avocado. So pretty good, other than the I'm just not really a fan of catfish. I mean, anything is good if you fry it, but yeah, no thanks. A coworker gave me some duck breast. Really enjoyed it. Yes, duck is great. I have gotten a lot of hunted meat over the years from my buddy, and I really appreciate that. I've eaten it all, and it's great. This is, I don't want to say a perfect meal, because a lot of people can't handle sweet potatoes, but, you know, avocado and just duck is just amazing. A duck or goose or whatever, I enjoy it all. I like wild meat. Cabbage has become a staple, closest thing to pasta. Kinda, yeah, when you like soften a little bit. I don't want to say it tastes like pasta, but it's almost better because it has a little bit of crunch to it, right? Now, at this time, I want to say, I definitely probably would have flared to this much cabbage though, because that's pretty fibrous. I haven't had cabbage in a long time, but I do know this much would be very hard for me to digest. So just keep that in mind. Other than that, I mean, it looks really delicious. Honestly, I wish I might have this, you know, tomorrow and try the cabbage again. I don't know. This was way before I was using enzymes too. I have used enzymes, and it does help me break some stuff down. Sweet potato chips and onion aioli beef wrap. Yeah, this just looks amazing. The problem here is, though, I definitely would have flared this. I burnt the sweet potato chips oh my gosh, all the time. Why do I gotta burn everything? And yeah, it still tastes delicious, so I still ate it. Like, burnt sweet potatoes it tastes good to me, but some things taste better when they're a little crispier, right? Onion aioli, I'm trying to be all fancy and stuff. I have been a fan of like MasterChef and Gordon Ramsay for a long time. So I'm always like, oh yeah, I can cook, but the truth is I'm a terrible cook. But I love my cooking. Nobody else seems to. Just ask my girlfriend. But I try. I have tried. I used to try a lot harder though. I will say that. But yeah, sweet potato chips are delicious. Onion aioli, I think I was using, yeah, onion pureed with like coconut milk and different seasonings, onion of course, and then I would thicken it up. Now I remember, yeah, I was using gelatin back then, so I would like kind of make almost like a jello and like blend it, so it was definitely like very like a sour creamish. So I don't know, that's brilliant. Definitely try that one, guys. Make your own dips, sort of like making jello. Yeah, I'm surprised people don't like sell that. Maybe I should sell that. I'm not going to, but you can have it. Go ahead and use it. This is another one of those casseroles. I swear it's not baby food. Sweet potato puree with beef, carrot, and onion. Yeah, this is good. I eat like this a lot. I would take this to work and people just look at me like, what the heck are you eating? Like, that looks gross. Then I had some strawberries in the background. The problem, I cannot have fresh strawberries. I cannot really have fresh, I want to say not frozen, because it's not fresh. The problem with that is a lot of these fruits and vegetables in the produce section have high histamines because they just sit there a long time. And also, a lot of them have wax on them. So, and these, I don't think these are organic. So yeah, these would be higher in pesticides. So I would not do a regular, not organic strawberry, especially if it's fresh. I can get away with it if it's frozen though. There's just less stuff used and processed with frozen fruits apparently. So that's usually what I am drawn to. Just, quick tip, just be careful. It's not always the food. Sometimes it's the quality or how it's prepared or whatever. You just never know. Sometimes they put chemicals on food and it's not like in the ingredients, right? It's like washed with bleach and different things. So just be very careful. Be aware of that. Like, I think chicken is all washed and bleached and stuff. So it's very important to wash your food before you eat it. I was big in this muffin phase, right? Sweet potato mammoth. I call it a mammoth muffin. Ate half for dinner. Did I eat half for dinner? I don't know. It seems like I would eat the whole thing, but I must have had something else too. Yeah. I'm sure it was good. I was really experimenting hardcore trying to make some good muffins back then. Probably egg in this. It looks like it rose pretty high. So, oh gosh, keto biscuits and coconut gravy. Oh, this looks so good to me, honestly. There's got to be egg in that muffin though. But yeah, I was making the biscuits pretty good, honestly. I mean, if you cook the beef in the same pan and then add coconut milk to it, like it's kind of like a gravy. I might even thicken it up with some coconut flour. So, or different, there's all kinds of different things. You can use cassava starch or tapioca, basically tapioca flour. Very small amounts. Again, those things are high carb and they're not super natural, right? I'm not recommending those foods particularly, but you can use them if you can tolerate them. Chunky carrot sauce over chicken. I was going for a curry style dish. Next time I'll add cauliflower for that rice texture. Yeah, some, cauliflower rice on the bottom of this would have been almost perfect. I remember this. Super delicious, strong carrot flavor to it. I was missing tomato sauce at this time. Like tomato sauce, I was a big pasta guy, right? So I'd dump canned or, jar tomato sauce on everything I made back in the day. So this is pretty good for me. I don't know what's up with the leaf in the background. It looks like a cabbage leaf. It doesn't look even edible, but I was trying to probably make tacos out of it. I don't know. Let's continue on our journey. Chopped spinach, steamed, and fresh roasted chicken, colossal. So I would get these, yeah, I didn't even bother to use a plate. At least I used a fork, though. Sometimes I wouldn't make lunch and I would have to find something in the store. I would have to because I didn't prepare it. Well, the problem with this is they were roasted in the same oven as regular chickens, right? And those regular chickens had spices on them. So while this just had sea salt or salt, just salt, right? That was a problem. I would flare from this. Now, at the time, I thought it was the spices that was flaring me. I tried this quite a few times, okay? And then I thought, well, maybe it's the inflammation from too much omega-6 because these, yes, they're I don't know if they're organic or not, but they're these sort of free-range chickens, better quality chickens than regular ones. At least that's what I thought at the time, that they were better quality. But It could have been the fat on them, because fat from regular chickens basically it can be inflammatory if you eat a lot. But I'm thinking now that it probably actually was the heat, because now I know for sure over this last couple of years I've realized that I can't really eat hot foods very much. So it could have been the heat. If you're eating, especially with meat, like meat just retains a lot of heat, and like when you put a lot of meat in your belly, like it can be inflammatory if it's hot. That's why if I'm going to eat a decent amount of meat, I will definitely eat it cold. Coconut beef over broccoli and cauliflower, decent combo. I was trying to fancy, didn't quite pan out, but at least it tasted good. Yeah, sometimes I would like yeah, just stupid, but yeah, you guys can see how I ate in the beginning. Like I do remember this one, coconut soup. I kept it simple. I hated posting recipes. I'm like, don't ask me for recipes. I don't know. It's back. I have made these so many times. I just got tired of posting the recipes, I guess. Oh, look, I made an eggnog. Eggs, coconut cream, and cinnamon. Needs honey though. Yeah. And nowadays I kind of use stevia. Like I use some organic stevia leaf extract powder. I don't recommend that to people, but that's what I use because I don't like using natural sweeteners like honey or maple syrup or anything like that, and I like a little bit of sweet stuff at the end of the day, so that's what I use, and I do fine with it. If you find that you don't use it, a lot of women it'll give, or a lot of people, but I've heard this mainly from women, that it'll give them headaches, so I don't know if that's a hormonal thing, but just be cautious with that. And again, I use a very tiny amount, not even a teaspoon, like a day, so probably like a tenth of a teaspoon, so I don't know if that matters or not. I do remember this being very good though. I made eggnog quite a bit back then. Breakfast bowl with eggs, sweet potato, avocado. I think I spelled avocado wrong. And mushrooms. Pretty good, other than the eggs, obviously. But if you can tolerate them, I'd say go for it. Like eggs are pretty good food. Protein and fat. That's good. Oh, this is so sad. This is depressing. Was this my first AIP Thanksgiving? I think so. I remember eating this at my family's house. I think it was this year. Happy Thanksgiving. I had a turkey. I think this is one of those roasted I want to say this is a roasted chicken from Dillon's, and then the sweet potato, and I think that's coconut oil on top. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, unless I put coconut butter on there, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's coconut. I was using a lot of coconut oil back in the day. I rarely use that these days. These days it's, well, again, butter. I do like olive oil, and I do well with it. The definition of sloppy, good though. I'd agree with that, but I had like a beef gravy with that, with the sweet potato, really good. I can't complain about that one. This one I can though. Chicken and cabbage salad, that cabbage is raw. I can't do raw cabbage. I would say cook your cabbage thoroughly if you're going to eat that. Can be very hard to digest. Very hard to digest. Where are we at here? Okay, I'm going to try to go through these quicker. Cabbage soup, grass-fed beef, coconut cream, olive oil, salt, and pepper. The simplest dishes are usually the best tasting. I agree. Like even today, like this is my motto when I cook. I'm like, if I can do 1, 2, or 3 ingredients, like I'm stoked, But I rarely would go over like 5 ingredients, not counting salt or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't like to muddy up the dishes. Steak and veg, simple. Looks like there's avocado in the back. I love avocado with steak. It's just perfect. It's kind of like I love a fat on top of a steak, like either butter or avocado. Delicious. Butternut squash puree, surprisingly good. Again, lectins. And I burnt the cabbage. At least I was cooking it, I guess. I live and learn. I made a pie. Apparently. Pumpkin custard. Okay. Oh, yeah. I did do a video on that. I think that was another... Was that my Thanksgiving? Yeah, that was my Thanksgiving video. I made a pumpkin pie. Maybe check that out. I made a lot of holiday videos. It looks... okay, here we go. Parsnip, turnip, chips, never again. Beets and sweet potato chips are way better tasting, that's for sure. And I burn them. Gosh, I burnt so much food back then, and I still posted it. I didn't care. I still don't care. Saturday morning, breakfast with eggs. Again... eggs. I don't know why I hung on, because like I still like eggs. I was eating them so much I got tired of them. I wouldn't eat them for like months though. Braised duck and garlic cauliflower puree made with duck confit. Probably the best meal I've ever had. Mental note: basil is a perfect companion to duck. Boy, I was trying so hard. I was like in the middle of MasterChef, I'm sure. Yeah, oh, like, oh, look at this. This is so good. I do remember this being good, but the best meal I've ever had, oh my gosh. I gotta tell you guys, the best meals I've ever had, my girlfriend has cooked me. Like, she made me some, like, cauliflower rice, sushi, and so many, like, meatloafs and stuff, just that blow all this stuff out of the water for sure. However, these are good whole foods. These are good meals. Some of these are pretty good meals. That was a good meal. Massive grass-fed beef salad. This was a staple back then too. And I still just, actually, I'm going to have one of these today. I prefer this kind of greens over the ones I got today. Like regular lettuce, I'm not a big fan of the taste and the texture, but this is really good. You know, there might even be a sweet potato to that. I don't know, but yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, you can heal like this. A lot of people can heal like this. Okay, here's a pro. No, okay. I was getting a lot of coconut milk back then. I think maybe these were compliant. Yeah, I guess. I don't know if they even make that anymore. First and last time trying mussels. Yeah, I'm never eating those again. Gross. I remember. I think they're like sandy. I don't know. Even in washing them out, I don't like the taste of them. Cabbage, turkey, and my orange sauce. I did make my orange sauce video, so if you're curious of that, a lot of people say it's actually really good. So maybe try that out. That was a pretty good, yeah, that was a pretty good video. So, and okay, this was like, I didn't prepare for lunch. I had to go next door. There was a Dillon's to my work. This is what happens when I failed to prep the night before. Just a free-for-all. Luckily, I had my orange sauce at the ready. Yeah, sometimes I take my orange sauce ready, and you could put it on anything. I put it on sweet potato. I had some raw mushrooms there, which I can do raw mushrooms. A lot of other, like, well, I guess it's not a vegetable, but fungus I could do. I was eating the old ones, 99 cents. Man, I'm frugal, man. Like, I know how to cut some price. This was, like, cheap. This was like I don't know, maybe a $2 meal, $2 or $3 meal. I don't know. But I'd rather eat a steak. So, mushroom and beef salad, pretty good. This is when I started using carrot powder. Game changer. You know that's right. I still use that today. Small amounts. You know, it's pretty high carb, but it's pretty good. And again, it's dry roasted, so it's sort of like a processed ingredient. So just go easy with that. I don't recommend people eat anything processed up front. Try to eat whole foods. As you can see, I eat mostly whole foods. Oh, this one I was so proud of. Coconut butter cups with spiced sweet potato butter filling. # fat bomb. Man, that was amazing. Coconut butter cups and spiced sweet potato. I remember making, like, yeah, spicy, putting cinnamon and ginger and different things in there with the sweet potato puree and honey, and then putting inside the butter. Like, I'd pour a little bit of coconut butter, let it dry or let it harden, and then put some sweet potato, and then pour that coconut butter over top. And yeah, you can make sweet potato. I made chocolate ones too. Did I show that? Hold on, I gotta find that. Well, oh, okay, it's up here. It's up here. Here it is. Yeah, wish they tasted as good as they look. Coconut butter cups with sweet potato filling. The chocolate is actually carob. It was a good attempt. I'm putting this one in the win column, and as I should, because these are amazing. The regular ones, the regular ones are maybe better. I think that's why I was alluding to it. But yeah, they came out really good. Really good. I mean, like kind of like peanut butter cups, whatever. Back to this. This is probably still one of my favorite meals. Broccoli and beef slaw with orange sauce. Well, I think that pretty much sums up pretty much all of my mistakes I made early on AIP. Our beginning journeys are just terrible. I mean, they're all terrible. We all fail and make mistakes. So don't be so hard on yourself, okay? I've been doing this for so long that, I mean, this stuff just becomes second nature. So, and it will for you as well, eventually, if it hasn't already. I promise, like, just give yourself more time. You know, be kind to yourself. At the same time, try to being kind to yourself also means eating things that you know you can tolerate and don't, harm yourself, okay? So at the same time, I believe in self-compassion. I also believe in not self-sabotaging. So, okay, try to find the balance there, I guess. Try to treat yourself instead of cheating, and that's really all I can say about that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave one of those likes. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Quit ordering from all those fast food chains. I'm feeling better, there's no doubt about it. And my days are brighter, my shoulders are so much lighter. Just for a moment there, I thought that there was nothing more to life.